Hello guys and welcome to Vlogging Project. If you're looking for a cheap 18x9 bezel-less smartphone on a budget, the Homtom S9 Plus might be the one for you. So get your popcorn ready and let's do it, baby. Okay guys, before we do the unboxing, let's quickly have a look at these specifications comfortably placed on this sticker at the back of the box. So we're rocking a MTK processor, an octa-core one clocked at 1.5 GHz. That's what the T stands for, turbocharged version. Now we are having a hybrid SIM slot over here, Android 7 out of the box, 6 inches, 18x9, 720p plus screen, dual camera setup at the back. One is 16 megapixel and the other is 5 megapixel for the bokeh effects, 13 megapixel front camera, and now the most interesting part is 4 gigs of RAM, 64 gigs of internal storage, 4050 milliamp hours of battery, and the dimensions of the phone. So far so good. Now the box itself is quite nice actually. You can see this kind of a wooden texture of the box, but of course we're not gonna spend too much time on that. I'm just gonna throw the lid like that and we're gonna go straight away into the phone, guys. Now first impressions, this thing is big. It is tall, it is thick. Ladies, you're gonna love it. But now I'm gonna leave it on the side over here and let's see what else do we have in the box. I'll just continue throwing stuff around. We've got a case over here. Now I like that. 170 bucks and you've got a case. Check this out. It's a matte one, plastic, not very hard, not very soft, just about right. Kudos for Homtom for including this accessory in the box. That's the user guide, you're never gonna read. Your SIM ejection tool is over here. Screen protector, that's good. And what else do we have over here? By the way, let me do a smell test. That's interesting actually. The box smells like matches. Yeah, weird. Anyway, we've got a micro USB charging cable over here, which I'm gonna check like that. Now the charging brick that we have in the box is a little bit on the slow side, guys. Half an hour gives you just about 18% of juice. 1 hour gives you 36% and full charge takes about 4 hours. Which is not so bad considering that the battery is 4000 milliamp hours. But you know, what else could you expect from a cheap phone? Now, and the most interesting part and the most interesting thing inside this box actually is this cable over here. What this cable does is very simple, but not many phones support that. Let me show you what we're gonna do with this cable over here. Let me just quickly get the Xiaomi Mi Note 3, which review is pending, by the way. It's coming really soon, so make sure you press the subscribe button, of course, and check the Vlogging Project merch. No, I'm not that big anymore. Check this out, guys. Charging. Can you see that? I'm actually charging my phone with my other phone. Not many phones can do that. Kudos for Homtom for including this cable. Excellent job. And the phone, so far so good. It looks quite promising. But let's come to design and build quality, guys. Now, first of all, size. Don't forget we're dealing with 6 inches over here. That's the OnePlus 5T, 6 inches as well. Check this out. It's more or less the same size, more or less the same width as well, and it's a little bit thicker, but the battery is bigger inside this phone. So let's see what do we have. Metal sides, very sturdy metal sides. Reached button over here, metal, both buttons are made of metal. There's the volume rocker over here. On this side is nice and clean. The SIM tray is made of metal as well, it's not plastic. At the bottom we've got one speaker, one microphone and the charging port over here. At the top we've got a 3.5mm jack and some antenna lines over here. At the back we've got a dual camera setup, the flash. At the bottom we've got the Homtom logo. Now the back cover of the phone is made out of plastic. It doesn't feel exactly premium, but it definitely gets the job done, guys. There's the black version, but it has a little bit of a dark blue tint to it. I know you can't really tell from the camera now, but you're gonna have to take my word for it. And the front of the phone, oh, I wasn't supposed to show you that, but anyway, the front of the phone is really nice, guys. As you can see, the bezels are really minimal on this one. We've got a fingerprint reader and the camera over here. Now the phone is so well built. Let me do a quick bend test actually. The phone doesn't go absolutely anywhere when I try to bend it, and it feels so sturdy that it makes me want to destroy other phones like the Nokia 3310 over here. But anyway, you can definitely, you know, nail something with this phone or hit somebody in the head. You'll probably kill him, but of course don't do that. So the first thing that I'm going to talk about today is the fingerprint reader, guys. Check this out. It reads your fingerprint 100% of the time, but I must say it's a little bit on the slow side. And it's not the fingerprint which is slow, it's the screen turn on time. Because if I turn the screen on first, and after that I press the fingerprint reader, you can see that it unlocks pretty much straight away. But if your screen is off and you just press it like that, it takes a little bit of time. The other option you've got is just press the button like that, which doesn't make huge of a difference. But anyway, overall, I'm happy with the fingerprint reader, guys. Now, the thing that you'll be staring at all day long is this screen, guys. Now, 720p plus doesn't sound like much, especially on a 6-inch, but I gotta tell you, this screen is excellent. If I didn't tell you that it's 720p, you never know, you at least think that it's a 1080p screen, guys. And especially when you're having this option to hide the buttons over here, you're having quite a nice, you know, real estate over here. Let me just quickly again compare it to the OnePlus 5T. Check this out, guys. Check this out. 6 inches, and to be honest with you, this screen feels even a little bit, you know, bigger than the one on the OnePlus 5T. But yeah, overall, I mean, I'm really happy with the screen. The thing is that it's a little bit on the cold side. Now, the good thing about that is that when you go to display settings, you've got mirror vision. So basically you can tweak everything about this screen to your liking. Let me show you a couple of wallpapers. Check this out, guys. You have totally no problems with the screen. It's very saturated. It looks almost like an AMOLED. Of course, the blacks are not that black as to an AMOLED screen. But to be honest with you, as far as LCD goes, this is one of the best 18:9 720p screens that I have ever seen so far. Now, check this out. About the brightness. You can easily go with like 30%, but if you feel crazy, just hit it on 100%. It's a little bit too much, especially now indoors. I'm just gonna place it like that on 30%. It's gonna get the job done. So overall, screen thumbs up. Now, when we're still on the screen, let's talk about performance a little bit. Octa-core processor, 720p plus screen. The performance of this phone is excellent, guys. Now, with every MTK processor, it takes just a little bit of a time for the application to actually load, but once you're inside the application, this phone actually feels very quick, guys. 4 gigs of RAM is just about right. You're gonna have absolutely no problems with the performance. I'm overall quite happy with the performance of this phone. It never slows down. Now, does it get hot? Just a little bit in this area over here, but it's not uncomfortable or anything like that. It's just about normal. Now, gaming performance of this phone is pretty much excellent. Let me show you a couple of screenshots that I have from the gaming benchmarks, guys. Now, Epic Citadel, check this out. 52 FPS on ultra high quality. That means you're gonna have absolutely no problems no matter what kind of game you throw at this phone, guys. And the other thing is the Kazja benchmark, which is made in Unity. Actually, quite a lot of games are made with this engine now. I've got 58,000. It's not much, but check this out. Average 29 FPS, which basically translates almost to a double of that number when it comes down to gaming performance. So games, you're gonna have absolutely no problems with the games. Heavy games like Mortal Kombat play really well on very high frame rate. It doesn't make sense for me to show you, but you're gonna have to take my word for it. Now, when we open up Basemark, where's Basemark? Basemark. Let's see what do we have on Basemark, guys. Device info. No results. Check this out. Everything is kind of, you know, above average, but you know, benchmarks doesn't mean a lot. It's most important of the real-time performance, and again, I'm very happy with the performance. Now let's talk about battery life a little bit, guys. The first screenshot is using my SIM card only for conversations and Bluetooth, as you can see. Check this out. 9 days ago, the last charge with 9% left, which means 10 solid days. The standby drain on this phone is absolutely amazing, guys. So let's proceed after that to real-time usage. 3G most of the time, 5 hours 21 minutes. 3G again, 5 hours 32 minutes. 3G again over here, 5 hours 31 minutes. That's probably 4G and a little bit of Wi-Fi, 5 hours 10 minutes, guys. Again 4G over here, 5 hours 34 minutes, and pretty much that's it. This phone is going to give you at least 4 solid hours. It doesn't matter if you're going to use it on Wi-Fi on 4G. It's one of those phones where the difference is not very big through Wi-Fi or 4G, but you're getting 5 to 5.5 hours solid, heavy usage out of this phone, which for 4000 milliamp hours of battery you probably expect a little bit more, but usually the MTK phones doesn't have a great battery life anyway, so 5.5 hours I can definitely live with that. Which takes us to the software experience of this phone, guys. Let me show something which is not very common in the MTK phones. I actually got an update. Can you imagine? I got an update, minor bug fixes, I don't know what they've done, security patch or whatever, but at least, there's a hint that probably gonna have some updates. Now, the phone is running pretty much stock Android. This thing over here, the notification area and the shortcuts look a little bit different, but nothing too fancy. They've changed the icons over here just to give it a little bit more color, but pretty much you don't have that many options available. Now, what is extra in this phone? Let me show you quickly. You've got screen assistant over here, that small little dot which does things for you. I don't like that, I'm not gonna use it. That's basically Pi control, it was famous back in the day. And the other thing is touch letters. Check this out. Smart wake up, screen on gestures, Kinect. Basically what it does is, smart wake up, draw a letter, similar to the OnePlus phones, draw a letter over here and it's gonna take you to the camera or something like that. Double tap to wake screen. Oh man, I definitely missed that. Check this out. Double tap to wake the screen. Excellent, 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 perfect. And the other gesture that you have, which is very useful, is press this button quickly and the screen goes off. So in terms of, handling the phone, you've got options. You can use the fingerprint reader, you can use the power button, you can use the double tap function as well, and when you have to turn the screen off, you can press the button over here, or you can double press the home button and the screen is off. Convenience wise, that's definitely a go for me. Now let's talk about sound a little bit. I appreciate that you've got a 3.5mm jack, but unfortunately the sound output is just about average, guys. Nothing fancy. Unfortunately we haven't got the USB Type-C port, and if we had it we could have put one of those 3.5mm dongles to boost a little bit our headphone output, but unfortunately it is what it is, guys. And now let's take a listen to the speaker. Now you ready for it? Maximum volume. Let's check this out. Now what's very interesting about this phone is that you can't really block the speaker properly. Check this out, guys. Which means two things. Do not drop this phone in water because you're gonna kill it. That probably means that it has totally no insulation whatsoever. But on the positive side, even if you play a game or something like that, you can always hear what's happening. Check this out. Yeah? Which is nice, I guess. And the last thing that I'm not gonna talk about in this video is the camera situation, guys. I'm gonna do a separate video in the next few days, so if you're interested in the real camera test, make sure you check this one out. But all I'm gonna say that the camera is Okay guys, so where does it leave us with the Homtom S9 Plus? Bezel-less design, 18:9 aspect ratio, $150 to $170 price range. If you click in the link in the description down below, it's gonna take you to the GearBest website where you might be able to get it cheaper. By the way, here is the time to thank my dear friends from GearBest for providing this review unit. And in case you haven't noticed, I was completely honest with you guys in this review. I said the positive things about this phone, which is the performance, the excellent gaming performance, the excellent screen, as well as the very good battery life. 5.5 hours, you can't complain. I also pointed out the weak points of this phone, like the about average headphone output, as well as the bottom firing speaker, which is definitely loud enough, but it's just the quality is not very good, guys. I also said about the charging times that they're a little bit more than you wish them to be, but at least you've got a pretty good battery life as well. Now, one thing you should think about is the camera. Now, in order to know how the camera performs on this phone, you're gonna have to click the subscribe button to Vlokim Project, which is me, and wait for my camera review, which is gonna come up in the next few days, guys. So thank you very much for watching and see you in the next video. Adios.